Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Full Auto Friday is brought to you by Onnit, your landing page, your landing organization for total human optimization. I think they are the longest standing sponsor of the podcast, and as I try to say every time, this optimization is at the micro level. First, address your macro, your diet, your recovery, your workout. Get all those pieces in order before you start diving in to the micro. Otherwise, you're going to have expensive piss. So once you have that dialed in, onnit.com/hot, what you're going to find are a variety of categories: supplements, nutrition, fitness, apparel, sale, and then they have content. Dive in as deeply as you want to. The landing page, the landing page, where you're going to find Alpha Brain, Power Food Active, and then the fitness category. Those are some things that I use on the daily. Alpha Brain is their nootropic. Wow, I should have had a little bit more this morning. It's for memory, focus, and working on your processing speed. The Power Food Active is a protein powder that has stuff in there as well, micronutrients to support your body in addition to just the protein, fitness, and then the total gut health. They've been a long time supporter of the podcast. Do me a favor, if you're looking to optimize your performance, support them, because then in turn, they help support me. Yeah, I think I closed the loop on that. And that's it. Let's get into this. Full Auto Friday number 33, coming at you right now.
Okay, got the red smoke. Gun run, north or south, west of the smoke, west of the smoke. Okay, copy, west of the smoke. I'm looking at danger close now. Come on with it, baby, give it to me, I need it. You're cleared hot. Copy, cleared hot.
Hello, everyone. It is Christmas Eve. So I hope this finds you tomorrow, or don't listen to this tomorrow. Hopefully you can listen to this someday that's not Christmas, spend time with your family or loved ones, or doing something other than listening to this. But I hope that your holiday season is treating you well. And today's question, I'm going to address the entire episode I'm going to spend on this. I guess it could be holiday specific, but it was around gifts. I was asked on more than one occasion. I actually probably got half a dozen to a dozen emails asking me about gifts. Specifically, what has been my favorite gift that I have received. A few people asked what's the most bizarre gift I have received. What is it that I want to receive? And then what is the most meaningful? And I was thinking about my answer to all of those, and I realized, who cares? Who cares about the gifts that I have received? Because to me, I think what I like the most about this season is the ability to gift things to other people. I don't want or need anything. I have the ability to provide for myself. So if I want something, I generally can go get it. What I'd rather do is give a gift to somebody else because, I don't know, I like doing that. Which brings me to a thought that I was having, and it was a gift that I would give to everybody. And by that, I mean every single person on earth. There is a gift that I would actually give, and that is what I'm going to dedicate this entire episode to, that gift. And at a conceptual level, it's simple, but doing this in your real life is anything but. And I'm speaking completely for myself when I say that. I struggle with this often. But the gift that I would give, if I could put something under everybody's tree or in your stocking or however you celebrate the holidays, or even if this isn't your holiday season, whenever it may be, if I could get involved in that process and provide a gift to every single person on earth, put a little bow on it, it would be adversity. It would be struggle. It would be hardship. And I don't mean the type of struggle or adversity or hardship that is designed to crush people, right? 2020 has been a shit show, a dumpster fire, if you will. And I'm not talking about pushing people into the corner at all times. What I'm saying is I would gift people the opportunity to experience adversity and to ensure that it is present in their life, because the growth that can come from it, even in the times in your life that are the best. So again, removing 2020, ensuring that even in your best days and your best moments, that adversity and struggle and hardship are still there. It is how we grow as human beings, in my opinion. Why do I say that? Well, when I think about gifts, going back a little bit, the things that have come to me the easiest in life, or the things that have been given to me for free. And let me be clear, when I say things that are given to me for free, I'm not saying they don't have value. What I'm saying is that It's often easy to lose appreciation for something that you didn't work for, or something that didn't cost you any sweat or blood equity. Because the other side of that coin, when I think about myself or the things in my life, the things that I have sweat for or bled for are the ones that have the most value to me. They are the most meaningful. And hardship, adversity, and struggle, I truly believe can be the best teachers in life. And I will talk about my own 2020 for a minute and explain what I have learned through the hardships of 2020. I'm going to take COVID completely out of this because we're all, to a degree, being touched by it, and everybody's going to have to go through their own journey on that. However, for me, 2020 was at times some of the lowest points of my life. I am still navigating my way through the divorce process, and I'm going to leave all of the details of that aside because it's nobody's business but my own and the person that I'm navigating that path through with. But what I will tell you is this. A divorce, I think even the best of divorces, the most amicable of divorces, is going to be full of adversity, struggle, and hardship. And I learned a lot through each of those. Probably the biggest thing is that I have a better understanding of myself. The adversity caused me at many times to really take a measurement and depth of who I am and spend time in my own head answering questions that I have about myself, about who I really am. And I feel and I know that I am better for that time asking those questions to myself. And probably the biggest thing for me in 2020 that I learned through the struggle of what I'm personally going through is that I have a new definition and a renewed appreciation for love. Going through that struggle recalibrated a lot of things for me, and I'll talk more about this in the future when the timing is right. But there were some beautiful things that came for me from that struggle. And without it, I don't think I'd have that appreciation for it. Now, for those of you not going through divorce, which I hope is everybody listening to this, you still need to get outside of your comfort zone. And there's two ecosystems that I think people's lives are divided into at this point in time, late 2020 going into 2021. There's the online and then there is the offline, or call that real life. The online community. My advice, let me take a step back. My advice for both the online and offline community is try to get outside of your comfort zone. Now, online, it's very easy to surround yourself by people who only think the same things and who only have the same thought process or beliefs that you do. And I think that's a very dangerous place, right? You get into these echo chambers where instead of exploring ideas and beliefs, everybody kind of just gets in line to just really dive in face first and take turns eating each other's online intellectual assholes. And I don't really think that there is growth that comes from that. The growth comes from exploring who you are and what you believe. And now let me be clear. The way that I interact with people online, I absolutely block people from my social media pages. But I do that because of their behavior and not because of their beliefs. I am open to and will engage with people in an ecosystem or environment of ideas and in an attempt for me, one, to get a better understanding of what other people think, and two, for me to really try to figure out why it is the way that I feel or believe the way that I do. Blocking people and why I choose to block people, it's the same as if I was going to interact with them in real life. If somebody's going to come up and be an asshole or say things in a way that is truly just meant to be, a provocateur or just to instigate an argument, I have no time for that. So I act or treat the online environment that I navigate through in the exact same way as I do in real life. If somebody were to come up and I'm having a conversation and they were to interject and just, for lack of a better term, be a total piece of shit, I would just walk away and I wouldn't engage that conversation and I wouldn't let that person into my social circle. I treat the online world exactly the same way. But it's not the belief that that person has that makes me want to get rid of them. It's the behavior. Now, in the offline world or in the real world, the advice that I have given, and I'm going to continue to give, is identify what it is that makes you uncomfortable. And, that actually applies to online too. You can seek out things that you don't necessarily agree with or believe in for your own personal growth and education. So in the offline world or the real world, you could describe this as what makes you uncomfortable, or somebody could say, hey, I'm scared of fill in the blank. I think those are both amazing things or ways to describe them. And the next most important step is go after it. You don't have to make a drastic life change, but if you realize that something is holding any type of power over you, it's a fear that you have. You wake up in the morning and you really hope that fill in the blank doesn't happen because you don't feel prepared for it. Go after that thing. Before the world throws adversity at you that you're not prepared for, you have the opportunity to prepare yourself for it. So identify what makes you uncomfortable. And maybe that's a conversation with a family member, or something that you need to say to your significant other. Or maybe you need to start working out because you feel your momentum going in the wrong direction when it comes to your physical conditioning. Identify what it is and go after it. And the beauty of this gift, what I'm talking about, adversity, struggle, hardship, however you'd like to describe it, is that I actually don't need to worry about giving it to anybody, because every single person who is listening to this or watches the video has the opportunity to gift this to yourself. You are 100% in control as to whether or not this becomes a part of your life. And it's again, I opened with, this is simple, but it's not easy. The way that I try to implement this in my life, and be totally clear, I am not perfect in this at all, even remotely close. But when presented with choices, what I do is I try to look at my options. There's almost always going to be at least two. One is going to be visibly easier than the other. And I will intentionally take the harder option because, like I have been talking about for the last however long I've been talking, growth for me has come through adversity. You have the opportunity to make the difficult choice. And it doesn't have to be catastrophic. One thing that goes with these choices, and one thing that I would recommend to people, is really take the time to respect the momentum of the decisions that you make and the habits that those decisions can form. I wake up every morning and I get out of bed and I have a choice. It's an easy choice. Do I make the bed, or do I leave it in a shambles and continue on with my day? Now, McChrystal gave a speech a long time ago, a commencement speech, I believe, about making your bed first thing in the morning. Many people think it was literally about making your bed. To me, I take it as more of an approach of taking a disciplined act first thing in the morning to set your day, to set the momentum in a positive direction. It just happens to be that that's one of the first opportunities that you have to do so. So take it. So I make the bed. And, I wake up in the morning and what do? Do I want to work out in the morning, or do I want to hit the snooze button on the alarm? One's easy, one's harder. Where's the growth going to come? After I work out, I need to eat something. Do I make pancakes and slather them with syrup on top? Sometimes I do, but I try not to because I respect the momentum. So I try to eat healthy, and I can continue this throughout the course of my day. Procrastination. Laziness, however you want to describe it. You have the choice when it comes to either of those. Your life will be better in the long term. And I cannot understate or overstate the importance of having that approach. This is a long-term approach. Just because you wake up one day and start making the difficult choice does not mean your life is going to flip a 180 if you wanted to. You have to give it time. Momentum builds in both direction, and if you're spinning the steering wheel 180 degrees trying to reverse course, give it some time to change direction. Okay? That's the gift that I would give to everybody. I don't want anybody's life to suck, but I want everybody to grow as a human being, and I want your life to be as good as it can possibly be. Nobody can do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. And that is a gift that you can choose to unwrap and give yourself every day, or ignore it, and then you're going to have to deal with the consequences. And on that note, I hope everybody has an amazing holiday time period. I don't even know what I'm allowed to say. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah, or fill in the blank, all right? I will say, I hope everybody has and in your head, you can fill in the blank, and I'll end it with that. Full Auto Friday number 33. Enjoy your holiday season, and that's it. I'm getting out of here because I'm going to go do exactly that. See you guys Monday.